Now we're going to show you a twice cooked pork belly. This is a fantastic way to cook pork belly. It helps to render down and tenderize the meat, and it is one of my favorite cuts. So really simple. We've got a master stock that we're going to build, which is a Chinese style stock. Lots of flavor in it. Really good for pork. We're going to start with water. And we've got some sugar. Some soy sauce. All these flavors, the way that the Chinese like to work is with sweet, sour, savory aspects. We've got some pinch of salt, and then the spices. These are the best parts. 2 cinnamon sticks, star anise, garlic, and finally some 5-spice. Very simple. Bring this up to the boil, and we're going to drop our pork belly in. We've got a lovely piece of pork belly here that we're going to use for this. Now it's important that the bones are taken out. So you can get your butcher to do this, but alternatively it's very easy to do. And if you do have the bones, you can make a lovely stock or spare ribs at another point. So we're going to put some slices of ginger into our master stock. Now, depending on your love of ginger, you can put a few extra pieces in. Personally, I like it, so I always put a little extra in. Belly, skin side down to start with. Pop the lid on. We're going to cook that for 45 minutes, and we're going to turn it over for a further 45 minutes. And then during that time, all the flavors are going to develop, infuse. We're going to take the lid off, press it, cool it in the stock overnight. So our pork belly has been on for 1.5 hours now in total. Very simply what we're going to do here, piece of baking paper, a pan that sits inside the other pan, and then we're going to weight this down. What this is going to do is give you a really nice flat skin, so that when we put it into a pan a bit later on to crisp up, it'll be lovely and evenly crisp. Some water, anything you choose to use here will be sufficient. You can use bricks for all you like. As much weight as you can get on there comfortably before you run the risk of spilling it as you carry it to the fridge. Okay. So our pork belly's been in the fridge overnight now. As you can see, the master stock has really jellified. So what we're going to do, lift this pork out, keep as much of that jelly in that pot as you can. We're going to reduce that down to create a lovely sticky sauce for it. Just any of the excess, just scrape it off. Straight onto our board. We're going to cut this into some nice chunks. So as you can see, the pressing is giving you a really nice flat surface. So when this goes into the pan now, it's going to be really easy to crispy all that skin, give you a lovely crackling. So depending on the size that you want, the size of your family, the size of your appetite, cut some nice pieces. I'm going to go into 6 here. And that'll give us a lovely flat surface area to work with. This will allow us to get a really crispy skin, give a great contrast between the flesh and the crackling. So we're going to put this into the frying pan now. So our pork belly, I've just popped a little bit of oil onto the skin. I've made sure it was really dry, quite important, otherwise it's really going to start to spit at you and maybe cause some burns on your arms. Skin side down, we're going to leave that for a few minutes, then we're going to put it straight into the oven. So our pork belly has been in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes now. I've left the skin down the whole time just to get it nice and crispy. So now we've got our reduced master stock. What we're going to do is quite simply plate up. Of course, finish off with a good drizzle of our reduced master stock. So we've got lovely aromatics in there, great crispy pork skin, and some clean sautéed bok choy just to help cut through the richness of those flavours. Bon appetit.